I got HIV the old-fashioned way. That is, I had unprotected sex. With somebody that I had known for ever since I'd been in the UAE, but we had only just kind of started liking each other. It was really sweet and romantic. And anyway, finally we got together, and it was only actually one weekend. Only took that one night. I felt scared. I felt very ashamed, and I was 48 years old, so I had 3 children that were grown up, so it was all wrong. And my children were wonderful. My family, my ex-husband, they were nothing more than wonderful. And other people, not so wonderful. The stigma is awful because people, well, for instance, I'm a single middle-aged woman, and so I'm not the person, I suppose, that people think are meant to have this HIV. And I do have HIV. And if you go on a date, because I'm normal, I'm still romantic, I want to have a partner eventually. So you go on a date, if you like the person and they like you, well, you have to tell them. I don't beat around the bush, I just tell them. And pretty much people will run a mile immediately. And even when they don't, I've had people making phone calls to people. So, obviously, I used to say to people that people now think I'm the weapon of mass destruction, because that's sort of how it feels. Like you feel like a freak. The way people react makes you feel like a freak. You've got a disease that's dirty and disgusting. I've heard that term before. You've got the AIDS. And people think you're going to die soon, and they think that possibly you could make them die somehow. Just being around them is going to make them die. So I find that kind of bizarre. My message to New Zealand is that people are people, and New Zealand thinks it's God's own, but it's a little bit closed-minded. And we need to accept each other and love each other.